Hello. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. How are you guys doing today? I hope this live finds you well. Um, y'all didn't know there was a show tonight? Well, based off the schedule, it says a new episode should be airing at 8 o'clock today. It's about to be 8 o'clock in 5 minutes, so I don't know, child. I don't know. I'm ready too, Glam Rocks. How have you guys been? I feel like it's been forever. It's so weird. So we're not doing our watch parties together. Hi, Anastasia. Ooh, child. I mean, it's New Year's, give you a little something festive. Happy New Year's, Alexis. Ooh, child. Ooh. But this light is making me look really white, and I don't know why, but whatever. Hi, Night Owl. Hi, Kathy. Happy New Year's Eve to you all. Hi, Tanisha. I feel like at this point, you guys already know the deal. I talk throughout the episodes. The episode won't be available later on. Don't be disrespectful. Like, if you don't know this at this point, I don't know how to help you, but I'm going to be eating my noodles during the episode, so I don't need nobody being like, Queen, how unprofessional, you eating on camera. Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. So tonight we're going to see Mumin's dad and his perspective on Frank. We're going to see, apparently Sydney's going to get emotional, talking about her relationship past. Ooh, what else is going to happen today? Dante is going to explain his 3 baby mama situation to Aisha's sister and brother. Hi, Risa, sweetie. Hi, Sunny girl. Hi, Houdini. Is that cough contagious? I didn't want to catch anything. Did I cough? If I coughed, it was sarcastic. I'm not sick. Happy New Year's, Rena. Did we talk about Shiloh today? Yes, we learned that what's his name? Phil grabs Shiloh, picks Shiloh up. Oh, Phil, not a good look, child. Not a good look. Hello, the thread movement. Hi, M. Carter. Queen, you're giving a serious face tonight. Thank you. I'm over here without makeup, but your makeup is everything. Hi, Janera. I mean, listen, I was like, it's New Year's. I'm not going anywhere. Literally, I'm going to be doing the countdown in my room. We're currently in lockdown, like curfew type lockdown. So yeah, we're not doing anything over here. How was everybody's Christmas before the episode starts? And what are your plans for New Year's? Y'all better not be stuck here with me. We can't be miserable together. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. It's sad that Phil has become the villain. He did it to himself. Hey, Rewa. Happy New Year. He did it to himself, child. Hi, I'm going to say hi, Queen. Hi, Emily. Dun, 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 hi, Vanessa. Hi, Wanda. We staying home. Damn. New York is on lockdown too. Damn. I live in Montreal. We're in lockdown. Oof. How depressing, you guys. Omarion is out here doing the world tour. I'm glad you think I'm funny, Kathy. We should stay on live until 12 a.m. I might just start a different live. I won't keep this live. Oh, disgusting. I won't keep this live going. Safer at home. This is true. Sen is in here. What's good? Let me just respond to this message and then we gonna go live. Yes, we'll ring it in together. FYI, it is Jai supporting from my YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Oh, this is your professional YouTube or something? Okay, okay. I see you. Hi, David. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Happy New Year's, everybody. The eyeshadow's kind of, but it's okay. It's okay. I've done better looks. I've done better looks. All right. It sounds like the episode is about to start, so let's go. Let's go, y'all.
Do we have to worry about somebody popping up, being all crazy?
Right.
No. So the relationship I have with my kid's mom are all good. They're platonic. Two of the mothers have remarried, so they've moved on.
That's good.
Without sounding too personal, do you have like a savings account?
Oh,
Are you saving?
What?
no.
See, this is exactly
No,
what
these are the- these are the questions that you ask. I do.
I'm sorry.
This is what we-
When I mean your long-term goal.
No.
Mommy,
Yes.
this is, you cannot ask a man about his
ask that
finances.
That wasn't a bad question.
So they say relationships go in a reason, a season, a lifetime. How do you fit yourself into that equation?
I see a lifetime. She's more than just a season or just something that just goes by.
You don't think you're going a little bit too fast yet?
No. I think you moving what feels right.
So did y'all catch when Dante was talking? He said two of them are remarried. Was he married to them? Did I miss that? He said remarried. Somebody let me know because I feel like I missed something. I missed something here. And I'm like, was he married to all his baby mamas? Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Thank you, Fedora. Exactly, you caught that too? Yeah. He said there's no drama between them. Two of them are remarried. I'm just saying, I feel like I completely understand where he's coming from. Like, we're adults. If we can't get it together, then I shouldn't even be dating at all. Of course, he always wants to look like, am I going out tonight? No. You know how depressing that is? We're literally on lockdown. Like, they give us an Amber Alert and everything. Not an Amber Alert, but, you know, those public notifications. Anyways, where is Tay Tay? We're always missing her. Anyways, obviously you want to present yourself in the best light. So he's going to paint it as if there's absolutely no drama. Everybody's settled with somebody else, which very well could be the case. I'm hoping for Aisha's sake that it is, because I don't see Aisha being the type to want to put up with that BS. If Dante really wants Aisha, he better make sure all his ducks are in a row before stepping towards her, because she's not going to stick around for that. Hi Bella, thank you. Yes, and we have curfew. Imagine. Who else did I want to talk about? Sydney. I like to see a little bit more vulnerability from Sydney, because if you guys saw the video last week that I did with my friend who did watch the show, she's just bad with names. I feel like Sydney wants arm candy and not necessarily a relationship. But seeing this conversation with her mom, maybe I have her pegged wrong. I don't know. But I love seeing some vulnerability from her, just breaking away from that temptress role and being a woman who's genuinely wanting to pursue something real. Phil talking about, I'm trying to play the game all the way to the end, or whatever he said. No, you know you're stringing Shiloh along. I don't know for what reason, but she said, I'm all in for you. You said, that threw me off. But when you're with Sydney, doing up kiss face, all of this foolishness, he's pissing me off, man. He is pissing me off. Phil is a damn player. Phil seems disingenuous. He feels very disingenuous. Phil is a fraud. Yeah, I'm so shook that he pulled the wool over my eyes, for sure. Those were the hardest interrogations of all seasons. You think so? I don't think they were that bad. I know Sydney was embarrassed by the finances question, but I don't think that was a bad question. She wasn't asking for the amount in your savings, but do you have one? Are you somebody who's financially savvy? Are you fiscally responsible? I need to know that if you're about to get involved with my daughter, you know? Yeah. Guilt, maybe. Phil needs to cut Shiloh out. Yeah, maybe it's guilt. Who knows? Phil is a big lame. Didn't like it from the beginning. Oh no. I think Sydney just wants to make it to the end, but I still like her. She adds something spicy to the show. Tay, you made it. She definitely does add something to the show because if it's not Aisha, everybody else kind of gives me blah, to be honest. Sabrina's kind of boring. Shiloh's kind of boring. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Brianna. I feel bad for Shiloh getting caught up in Phil's web of lies. I don't even want to say it's a web of lies because I think at some point he did really consider her as number one. But once Sydney came and threw him off kilter, he didn't know what to do with himself. He did not know what to do with himself. Phil didn't trick me, LOL. One of my fave song quotes is, when I see man, I see liar. When I see man, I see lion. Damn.
I know there are thousands of women out there. Are you really ready for a relationship with women?
Yes, I'm ready for a relationship.
From my standpoint, it looks like you guys are clicking very well.
Thanks,
So I don't want to put you on the spot by saying, is she the only one? But, so tell
Yes,
us where
Uncle.
she stands in the pecking order.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a sip right now. This part is a little tough. I gotta be honest with her father and let him know that I'm trying to make the best decision for me. There's real passion between us, but there is one more other woman that I am considering currently.
I wanted more energy from Dad. That's okay. That's fine. Aesthetically, I can see it. Morally, you guys already know I don't feel like they align. I think it's a waste of time on both of their ends. I do appreciate the honesty and how he framed how he's going about the process. But I'm kind of with the sister. If you're looking at somebody like Mumin and the qualities that she listed, now the Mumin we've experienced is kind of different from how she presented herself, but that's okay. But I would have to make a decision if I was Frank. Am I trying to go here? And that's not to say like now we go together completely, whatever. But in terms of the process, I feel like make the decision. If it was between Sydney and somebody else, fine. But somebody like Mumin, I feel like narrow it down. I'm with the sister. Frank needs to go home. He's wasting everyone's time, including mine. For me, Mumin should have gotten to The Bachelor or something. Maybe. But even the type of people who apply for The Bachelor was never going to be somebody who, is compatible with her life. Fun time versus long time for Frank. Exactly. And for me, whenever you're balancing somebody who you consider a long time, I don't even want to hear you entertaining somebody who's a fun time, because leave me alone and go have fun with her. Leave me alone. Go have fun with her. If you decide to circle back and I'm 1, open and 2, single, then we could talk about it. But both, no. I feel like he already knows what he wants to do. The majority of this cast knows what they want to do, but the whole premise of this show where it's like, we're waiting until the end, why? I don't get it. The editing sucks, child. I was taken off guard. I was like, oh, it's over? Okay. Dad is on camera. He has to tone it down. Maybe. I know if it was my dad, my dad would have brought all my uncles. My mom probably wouldn't even be there. And he was gonna roast. Like, this is the negotiations for a bride price. Dowry, now, today. That's what we're doing. My dad would have held nothing back. But that's my dad, so. After the first season, there should have been drastic improvements. Yeah. They have to wait until the end because they get booted off if they choose early. No, listen, in terms of the process, I understand why it is that way, but I'm saying there's a problem with that theory. I'm still stuck on the African babies when his last girlfriend was white. I don't know, child. Valid. That's valid. Yeah, that's valid. There's no way a man should be weighing two totally different types of women at this stage. That goes for Phil and Frank. I agree. It doesn't make sense. The elimination process needs to be reformed. It doesn't allow for genuine connections, and it's more about staying to the end. That, and they eliminate some people too damn early. I feel like give them a week, give them at least time to date 3 people properly before we eliminate somebody. Yes, I fully agree. African men love snow bunnies. Well,
had y'all been drinking?
Yes, we drank before.
You too?
1 shot.
Okay, guys.
So Tommy, in that moment where we were continuing to argue, I walked away.
Where are you going?
To get space, to literally just breathe anywhere away from him at that moment. Don't touch me.
Okay.
When you take it to the extent where you picking me up and you're not allowing me to leave, that was, don't touch me.
Phil was picking me up to try to get me back to the car. I'm like, yo, I'm not incapable of walking back to the car. He didn't have to take it there.
Nope.
There was an experience that I had before, and it triggered me. In my teenage years, there was a lot of verbal and emotional abuse that I went through.
I'm processing all of that. So the fact that this man tried to physically take control of the situation, it's a lot.
This is crazy. I mean, we're on the streets of D.C., and there are parts of D.C. that aren't safe. We shouldn't even be out here because it's raining, it's dark, it's late. Clearly, we're not on the same page. Anything could happen.
Let me just breathe. Of course, the situation is sticky because alcohol was involved and it was late at night. So I understand both sides. I do feel like what you guys are saying, there is more to the story when it comes to this incident specifically, so it's kind of hard to judge. Also, Alexis Marie, Zadia should have received the same energy. Yes, I completely agree. There were issues before that. I'm asking you a question. I'm telling you I'm invested. You're unable to give me a straight answer. And to make matters worse, you kissed me in order to shut up. You're giving me the bare minimum to keep me along when you know your heart and your mind are somewhere else. And then this happens. To me, I'm calling production. I'm removing myself from the experience. Goodbye, I'm done. I don't even know why she's shocked that Tommy's like, well, he's talking like, you know, there still could be hope. The fact that you're in this room means you're still leaving the door damn open. We should have never seen your face. We should have seen the talking head of you saying, listen, things were not right anyways, but this took me over the edge and I'm choosing to leave. That's for Shiloh and for Phil, because, child, we don't even know what the hell Phil is doing over there. Tommy, you're here saying my boundaries were violated. However, if he likes me, that should be enough to keep exploring it. If he likes me. Especially given the fact that she has a history with physical abuse. And I'm not saying what Phil did was physical abuse. However, it has the possibility to trigger her in the future. Because if this is how he's acting now over one shot, you guys, one shot. I barely know you, one shot, you're trying to pick me up. And you think I'm gonna stay? No, absolutely not.
I'm ready to be with a woman that I can cherish and that cherishes me. When I think about Sabrina, you know, I'm a widower. And sometimes I think, well, had my wife not passed away, she'd be Sabrina's age. And so that's the type of beauty I'd be looking at anyway.
I was like, huh, I didn't really think about it like that. That was cool. And it's like, you know, he has his preferences, but I feel like I look just as good as some of these 30-year-olds out here. So,
yeah, but he's trying to
I
check
think
what
he
that
probably
womb
feels the same
do.
way too.
What that uterus up to,
Because not
though.
all 46-year-olds look like me. I think I look pretty fabulous.
So, tell me, are you dating other women?
So I am technically dating one other woman. Within that, I mean, I think currently I'm here to talk about Sydney. Sydney, I don't know how this process is going to end because you're part of the answer to that. But I know I don't want it to end.
Oh.
I know that I want us to enjoy each other for a very long time.
Are you telling her the same thing?
I'm gonna be blunt about this. I really do enjoy spending time with Mumin, but I know that I don't want to lose you, and I'm having a hard time with that.
Sweating.
All right, baby.
Yellow.
I'm sorry. The reason why I'm laughing. He wants to know what that womb do. He does. Doesn't he want kids? Doesn't Walter want kids? Like, talking about, listen, Walter is really good at presenting himself well. Oh, he's an expert. Answer questions. He knows how to answer a question, okay? Because everything he said, if we didn't see, like, the rest of the season, you'd be like, oh, this man is stellar. But he wants a child. And you're out here talking about, oh, if my wife was still alive, she'd be the age of whatever. Yeah, but you probably would have had children. I know it was she couldn't conceive, but that anyways, we're moving on. Walter, wow. He's a charmer, that one. Frank. Okay, so at first, when I saw that Frank was going to meet the friend, I wanted her to switch. I wanted to have seen Frank with the parents and Phil with the friend. Reason being, I want to see Frank's seriousness, and I think you have to present that more when you're around someone's parents. And then I wanted to like really get deep into Phil's psyche, which your friend could have done. However, the friend did a great job in grilling, because why did Frank, they're confusing me. Why did Frank turn to this woman basically begging her to like keep him on the roster? No, we're here to talk about you. My connection with her, it's not what we're here for right now. Why are you pressed? Why are you shook? Why are you shaking in your boots, baby? Like, come on, bro. He was begging. Sydney ain't feeling any of them. Yeah, I still think I still think she's here to play a game. Walter isn't budging on having a kid. That's what I'm saying. So what that womb do? You could be, oh, you know, my wife would have been this age. Doesn't matter. Your wife, unfortunately, passed before you could have children with her. Therefore, you're still looking to have children. Sabrina's adamant on not going there anymore. So, come on. I think Sydney chose Phil to meet the parents because she is considering him more. Good point. Walter's too old for kids. Every time I say that, somebody in the comments gets mad, so I'm not going to say it. You could say it, though, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, the blonde wig. I don't like to talk about people's appearance, but the wig. Do you think Sydney and Phil will choose each other? I don't think they should. But in order to end the process with somebody, I think they will.
Sydney, you've been dating Phil.
Mm-hmm. I haven't experienced any of
Experienced
that.
anything like this at all?
Nothing even close to it. So it's shocking to hear this. But I know he is really, he's a protector. So I can understand why he wanted to get you to the car. But by no means should he have picked you up if you said no.
Okay.
But I am sorry that you went through that.
So, here's the thing. This is the second week in a row where somebody says they didn't do that to me. I can't imagine them doing that because they haven't done that to me. Valid. However, I don't need to experience potentially abusive behavior to identify it. I don't care if you picked her up. I don't care if you picked Susan up. I don't care if you picked me up, if you were able to pick this body up, baby. When I hear how somebody reacts in a situation where they don't get their way, that's enough for me to know there's a potential for that reaction to be the same with me when I don't give them what they want. So of course Sidney hasn't experienced this because you've known him for 2 seconds. You've known him for 2 seconds. He's still trying to impress you. It's the honeymoon phase. And also, he is more interested in her, so the stakes are higher with him. Like, he's got more to lose over there. But if I'm hearing somebody say, I didn't give him the reaction that he wanted, and he reacted in this way, that's enough for me to be like, you know what? Chuck the deuce up, I'm good. You think sex was involved too? I think sex was involved too. I think with this whole cast, sex has been involved. I just don't think, oh wait, you mean Shiloh and Phil? Not the way that he kissed her. You can't peck me on the mouth and then accelerate to 6. Anyways, yeah, no, I don't need to be on the receiving end of an action in order to deem the person to be potentially abusive. Like, no, I'm good. You said it happened to you. I'm gonna take your word for it, especially when she watches this back and she sees Phil sitting there. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. That's enough. That's enough for me. Yeah, he feels like she's making him look abusive. And I think she's really trying, like, not to make it seem that way. It's easy for us to jump straight to that. And I don't think it's that, but if I have a history of abuse, I don't even want anything that resembles that at all. You know, sometimes, like, you're with somebody and, like, they do get physical. Like, that's just what happens. But 1, alcohol is involved. 2, this is you not getting your way. That was 1 shot. And I felt like you were not respecting my boundaries. I don't want to experience an actual fight with more liquor. I just don't want to experience that. I bet she had sex with him and he rejected her and she wants revenge. Oh my gosh. I would have cussed his ass out. Get your hands off of me. I'm with you. Phil could be a closet abuser. Hey, everybody's capable of something. Everybody's capable of something. How much was Shiloh drinking? They didn't really say, but it's sounding like she was more inebriated than he was.
I'm angry. You don't know how it feels to not be in an open area and not be able to leave.
I don't.
You don't have marks on yourself to remind you. If I say don't touch me, you have no idea what I've been through in my life that makes me say don't touch me.
I would never do something like that unless if it was not in your best interest.
I know what's best for me.
I made a judgment call. You being mad at me for picking you up is reversible. The alternative of something happening is not.
Is this an apology?
If you continue to go down this alley and something happens to you, who is that on now?
Could you not have followed me and backed away?
A place that
and
I,
observed
as
me?
a man, wouldn't even want to be walking down. I made a decision. I'm not trying to take away from your pain. I'm not trying to take away from your anger. I'm not trying to discredit what you feel. I'm trying to tell you why.
I don't want to hear your reasonings anymore because there's no reason, none. And
Do you feel like I was trying to hurt you?
Yes.
You feel like I was trying to hurt you?
Emotionally, yes.
Shiloh's saying I tried to hurt her emotionally. It hurts. That definitely wasn't the intent. I felt like I was trying to protect her to the best of my ability. And in that situation, she may not have liked it, but how do you respond to that? Like, I don't think I can respond to that.
Next time on the season finale of Ready to Love.
It is now
finale.
Fellas, you will be introducing your favorite lady to the people that know you the best. It's time to take it to the family.
How long you know her?
Couple of months.
What do you see in Walter?
His energy.
That's all you can give me right now.
It's too early.
Walter and I's connection, it's always been strong, but there have been red flags.
Well, if you hadn't connected with Phil, would you be with Frank?
After 10 intense weeks of romance and drama, everything comes down to this. We're about to find out which of our final couples are truly ready to love.
None of them.
I'm usually calm, cool, and collective, but it was a very vulnerable moment for me. And I was just hoping he'd reciprocate the energy.
Ooh, child. Okay. We need to talk about the Shiloh situation. I know there's a potential to get, riled up in the chat. We've had more riled up arguments that did not have to deal with abuse. So let's try to be cordial, guys. Let's try to be cordial. But I am confused. And here's why. I do believe the incident is being blown out of proportion a little bit by way of Shiloh, because she's emphasizing that it was he impeded on her boundaries, but then is adamant on saying physically she did not feel unsafe. But what he did was a physical act that she believes was intended to emotionally hurt her. The reason why I'm confused is because, one, if you know the physical part of it wasn't actually the problem, I'm not even, this is gonna sound so bad. I'm not even saying don't bring it up. But I would like more emphasis to maybe be on the conversation that was had. Because if you're talking about he was emotionally manipulating me, he meant to emotionally harm me, adding the physical is painting it in a way that you didn't feel safe physically. So I'm like, well, which one was it? You're talking about your past and being in abusive situations. You have scars that are reminiscent of that, but the physicality wasn't the problem. So what was I don't know, I'm confused. Phil didn't mean to hurt or injure her. She was going down a dark, dangerous alley. Should he have let her be injured? Then we would blame him for her injuries. Personally, I don't think so. I think she's a grown adult. Some people earlier were saying that there are no clubs open at that time. So I feel like there's definitely more to the story. I think if she was to get put in a dangerous situation, at least for me, I wouldn't have put that on him. I would have been looking at the both of them like, you're both adults and you both know the city that you live in. You know you're drinking and it's late. Why would you, subject yourself to that? She also said he could have followed me. There was no need to put hands. Let me not say put hands, because there was no need to make it physical, let me say. Especially when she already said, don't touch me. She established that boundary, don't touch me, and he touched her. That was already a violation. So what was Phil supposed to do when she wants to walk in an alley at 4 a.m.? You let her walk. You walk with her, but you let her walk. Until there's actually imminent danger, don't put your hands on somebody who requested not to be touched. That's simple as. And it's so murky, because if this was her boyfriend, I could understand what he did, but the reality is they're not there. They're not there. She's already pissed off being, second string. And she's asked you clearly and concisely, I don't want to be touched. So I don't know, man. I feel like sex is involved between them. There's more to the story. Child, she is too hurt. Her hurt seems like I thought after we did what we did that we were solid. Maybe. Yeah, she said she has marks. E, you were too smart for this. You're trying to make logic out of actions clearly from a liar. I'm trying to rationalize it because it's not making sense. It's not making sense. The emotional hurt is clear. Is clearly she gave the cookies away and got nothing for it. I mean, but that happens all the time. A lot of niggas be hitting and quitting. It's okay, babes. Move on. Like, you're in your 30s. Like, come on. This can't be new. Okay, sorry. Let me be sensitive. That wasn't nice to say. Yeah, it's a weird situation because I understand where Phil was coming from. I think at the end of the day, if you're walking in saying I'm going to apologize, cardinal rule when it comes to apologies, your intent almost doesn't matter, because how someone feels about a situation, if you are saying I'm apologizing, your intent shouldn't be a part of it. And he's like, well, I was trying to. Don't bother explaining. Just apologize and say, listen, clearly we have a difference in opinion in how it went down and how it should have been handled. And maybe it's enough for us to part ways. Don't even bring your intent in it. Let's not. No, it doesn't, because I don't give nothing up to a man when dating. Happy for you, Glam Rocks. For the people who do have sex though, like, it's not unusual for a guy to like have post-nut clarity. Like, after he ejaculates, he's like, wait a minute. I actually didn't want to be in this. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Her feelings were altered by alcohol. Yeah. No one wants to be misunderstood. Agreed. But again, with apologies, sometimes you explaining your intent just nullifies the apology. And I feel like that's what happened with Phil. And the good thing with the show is that they have those talking head moments. He could have further explained that. And also there's the reunion where they could also go into that. But in a moment where you're saying, I'm here to apologize, it just wasn't the time. Yes, I am going to talk about PTSD. It definitely is PTSD, 1000%. 1000%. Bringing up scars, bringing up, I think it was in high school, she said that she was with the abusive person, and then being put in a situation that resembles that is going to trigger you. And that's why I'm glad she didn't, because this wasn't the problem, but I wish she would have equated her issue with feeling physically unsafe, because then it would have made sense to me. But I felt like she was taking this trauma and being put back in that incident as a reason to play up being hurt by Phil. Do you know what I mean? Oh gosh, this is gonna sound so bad. There was definitely hurt and rejection, and I would have understood the situation more if she said, I was already hurt by him, and then him touching me physically reminded me of when I did feel unsafe physically, and it just made me feel emotionally damaged, or like maybe like there was another way to say it that would have made sense to me, but I'm just confused. Shiloh, to me, self-sabotaged. I mean, it wasn't really gonna go anywhere for a while because his interest shifted long time. I was literally saying the other day, there needs to be a college course on how to apologize. You cannot say I'm sorry, but, or I'm sorry if you felt, nullifies the apology. It does. The reality of apologies is that it does. Yes, but she can't own that because she hasn't done the work to heal from it. I don't know why people seek clarity or a decision when the process isn't even over. I think she was seeking clarity because she already knew she had chosen him and that her place with him was on shaky ground. So she was trying to force a decision out of him so that she would feel good. Assumptions. She would feel good about, okay, I chose right. I chose somebody who also chose me. But now I told you I chose you and you're kind of indifferent. Now I look crazy. Like, you know, if that made sense. I don't know. You love my eloquence? Pfft, I'm a hot mess. But thank you. I'll try. Her PTSD made her feel and perceive it different than Phil's intentions. Shiloh is not ready to be in a relationship, and she is still being triggered in such a deep way. That's what it's sounding like. Tyrone was ready and willing. He was. And I feel like maybe when she watches it back, it'll be clearer. But the same thing that you did, Tyrone, is what's happening to you now. It's unfortunate that it escalated in a way that it didn't have to, but somebody made their intentions clear, and the other person wasn't on the same page. They were hurt by that, but it's the reality sometimes. Now Shiloh wanted to be chosen by Phil, but Phil has feelings for someone else. Stronger feelings for someone else. That's just the reality. Like, you wanting to go to the bar, let's talk about it at the bar. Why even at the bar, first of all? You already knew the answer. You asked the man and he kissed you to shut you up. You already knew the answer. Until Shiloh learns how to transform her pain and trauma, she will transmit her pain to every man that she dates. That can happen. At the bar at 4 a.m. Why? Shiloh doesn't like rejection. I mean, most of us don't. Be safe and have a happy new year. Thank you, RJ. My butt is staying home between the new virus and these nuts out here. Dick Clark countdown is what's popping. I'm with you. Can we talk about the colorism between Moomin, Frank, and Sydney? You're gonna have to enlighten me on that because I'm not getting colorism. I disagree. She has a right to feel what she feels. This discussion to negate what she feels. I never negated how she felt. I definitely feel like she has the right to feel how she feels. I'm just saying I would be less confused if she equated that experience with feeling physically unsafe. When she changed it to feeling like he meant to emotionally harm her through that, that's where I was confused. But her feelings are valid. And I feel like she's owed a better apology because that was not an apology. Definitely not an apology. Happy New Year, Sen. Oh, I pray for all those things for you as well. I can't wait to see Phil and Sydney's conversation about this. Yeah, they're just not a match. Post-nut clarity. I didn't start the term, but you can definitely take it. Yes. I don't even know where I heard it, but yes, post-nut clarity. It's real. Shiloh sounds like she's projecting her feelings of rejection onto Phil. This is unfortunate. Tyrone didn't do her like that. Well, I mean, her and Tyrone are different. They process traumas different. I do feel like there was an element of projection. Projection? Yeah. I do feel like there was an element of projection because she was hurt even from the retreat. And I felt like that was the answer. It's unfortunate that you didn't really deep that as being the answer, but if you're asking, where do I stand with you? And I've already said I'm all in, and he can't give an answer. That's your answer. How's the finale next week? There are so many chapters to close. I have no idea. That is totally an unclear statement made by Shiloh. Yeah, maybe we just need the reunion for her to really expound. Fireworks out here sounding like rifle shots. Listen, I'm so glad we have a curfew because I'm not hearing any fireworks yet. Thank God. I can't stand them. The only reason Frank is struggling between Moomin and Sydney is because his conditioning points him towards Sandy Bobblehead. But he knows Mumin is a better match. And if Mumin were light, this is loaded. This is loaded. I don't know, child. You're sensing colorism. I didn't see it. It could be an element. Who knows? I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that. This show is full of edits to keep Phil on the show. I would agree. Rejection. Duncan. Rejection is for the birds. It is ridiculous. And on national television, it's even worse. They started at 3 p.m. in Florida. I am so sorry. It's all about ratings. Of course the show is for ratings. 1000%. Because they would have fixed the format long time ago if they were really trying to produce healthy long-term relationships. I heard the reunion is explosive. I would expect nothing less. Rejection of the person that you pursue. It hurts. Actually, rejection in general, rejection of any kind hurts. I didn't see that they both different types of women. You mean, actually, I don't know who you mean. So, yeah, tell me who you mean. Mean they married to someone? I'm lost in this conversation. I don't know what's going on. Maybe y'all are talking to each other at this point because I'm lost and confused. So I'm definitely shocked that next week is going to be the finale. There's definitely a lot of chapters that need to be closed. I still don't see any long-term relationships coming out of this. I just don't. And if they do come out of this show, I think it's going to be like mixing and matching. Definitely not the people who end the show together. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. But I don't see that being the case. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. None, child. This season was so rushed. I'm getting sleepy already. Yeah, I'm tired. Look what you did. Look what you did. Rejection hurt so much, had me in depression for months. I'm so sorry, Glamrox. It'd be tough, man. It'd be tough. Sydney and Mumi. I don't think it's colorism with Frank. Yeah, I don't think it is either. I think they're like, it's literally a matter of fun or forever. Forever. And he doesn't know what he wants to do right now. This season was the worst one. The editing is choppy. Everybody is boring. I hear you. So tell me again how this is ready for love when Naeem was ready for love but was outvoted. This isn't about who's ready to love more. This isn't who's ready to love more who can make it to the end. Yeah. This show really isn't about longevity if we're being honest. Last week, the video that I did with my friend Denisha, she had suggested like actually picking characteristics in each person that gives them some kind of compatibility with other people that are going to be casted. Like, let's say, like, Are You the One? Of course, that one's different, but with Are You the One, they picked people who were perfect matches, but they didn't really tell you who was who. So you know going in, I have somebody in here who was curated for me. It's my task to discover who that person is, but at least you know compatibility has been taken into account when picking the people. But really it looks like, okay, who's a hot entrepreneur in the area that we're trying to film, who has a great storyline or at least can be used as a scapegoat to push certain narratives. Don't really see any like matchmaking qualities when it comes to picking these people. I live in DC. The streets are not scary as Chicago. Oh, damn. Wouldn't know. Right. He wasn't going to risk his life for her, drunk butt. I'm dead. I've never been rejected because I never share my feelings. That's hilarious. Alexis, I love you. I really, really do. I really, really do. Like, what would my channel be without you? Oh my gosh, I'm actually about to cry. Ooh, mercy. Okay, I can't see now. From the beginning, I saw Frank wanting Sydney just because she's a pretty woman and he wants a trophy wife. I don't know. I just feel like if for some reason, it maybe not outright colorist, but can come off that way. If my tipsy ass is walking into danger, I would thank a man for stopping me in the morning. Yeah, there's a lot of differing opinions on this. So it's Phil and Sydney and not her pet. Oh my gosh. You really think Phil and Sydney are gonna end it together? I think as soon as like everything about the show is done, so that means like the press tour after the fact, the reunion, all of that. If Sydney and Phil ended the show together, she would be on her way to something new. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think in the real world they would be together. And I'm just going to stop there because what I'm going to say next is going to be rude. Never been rejected, but I friend zoned my crush and cried over him for a year. Oh my gosh. Damn. When on the curb, Sydney is dating an NFL player. You see? Already done moved on. I just like Phil does not seem like her type. And even if she doesn't have her type, her taste. Like, it just, no. I don't see it. I think it was the whole like, aw, look at this one. He not paying me any attention. Let me show him what he's missing out on. And then when I'm done with it, I'm going to disregard him. That's just how I see it. As soon as Sydney give up the goods, then Phil will not be intrigued. And Sydney will be bored as the chase will be over. You think? They need to shut down social media until it's over because we're seeing too much. That I agree on for sure. That should be in their contracts. I don't know why it's not. I think Walter and Sabrina are going to have sex if they haven't already, but really they are just trying to make it to the end. I would be surprised if people have not been knocking boots at this point. Like, what? There were some sneaky links happening on that trip. Phil is going to end it alone, but it's not his fault. Shiloh should have understood once he explained his reasoning. I mean, that's up to Shiloh. If Shiloh truly feels like her boundaries were violated, then her boundaries are violated. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't force someone to accept someone's apology. We are making up stories. This sounds like a soap opera. Child, that's all we could do. It's a TV show. It's just for entertainment. Like, for me, once these seasons are over, I don't follow. I still to this day, I only follow one person from all 5 seasons. One person. Yep, Sydney is going to meet someone new. This was just a platform. I wanted a platform. I had a plan. I don't think social media is bad as last season. Ron was everywhere. So annoying. Was he? Joy, that's my girl. Even though y'all said she was fake. I love her. How long is our lockdown? It just officially started today. So I have no idea. What did you miss? Sophia, you missed the whole thing. You missed the whole thing. I'm following Joy. Shiloh was mad because she knew Phil wasn't going to choose her. I agree. Joy was very fake. Sorry. Damn. Y'all hurt my feelings with that one. Nope. Don't accept what the next woman says. She was drunk. Okay. Okay. I follow Mike and Denise. Denise? Gigi. You like chaos, huh? Oh, man. I used to follow Mike. Mike Bless. That man is beautiful. Oh, that man is beautiful. They should make them shut down their social media. It's too much. And there are shows that do that. But I don't know. I don't know why they don't on Ready to Love. What else y'all got for me? I follow nobody from Ready to Love. Was going to follow Liz, but decided not to. Let me keep my thoughts on Liz because, I'm going to get crucified. Mike Bless from season 1. For me, that's the Mike I follow. LOL, I like Denise. Mike is so sad. Mike. Oh, yeah. They don't make them like that up here in Canada. It's very unfortunate. What dating apps do I use? This life is not about me, okay? This life is not about me. What did I think about Cornelius? And I mean, you call him cornmeal? Mercy. I thought it was interesting. The photo shoot was interesting. I've decided to stop fighting Cornelius's battles. I know somebody last week was not happy with that statement, but I stand by it. I think if he likes that, then hey, go about your business. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I think about Liz. Nope. No, y'all not about to kill me today. Y'all not about to kill me today. Now, who was Ryan? Where did Ryan come from? Share your thoughts on Liz, Queenie. I bet most of us will agree with you. Y'all trying to bait me. I like Rashid and Simone. The Ages and Stages podcast. Yes, they have that. They haven't had a man as good looking as season 1 Mike. They haven't. If they find 10 men like that to come on the show, I would sign up. I follow a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie. Watch Ages and Stages with Rashid and Simone. Who would have thought? But I love them together. I think they have good chemistry for sure. How did we get to Married at First Sight? How did we get there? Some people are looking for partners that they can suffer with, i.e. Cornelius and Camille. I mean, yeah, I think if I was to fight his battle one last time, I really think he's setting himself up for a relationship filled with complacency. Like, if you want true, genuine love based off of what was presented to us, there's more to the story, but based off what was presented to us, I feel like he's in for a lot of complacency for sure. Yeah, y'all talking about Liz, huh? Okay, well. Ryan is in Ryan and Clara, not Ryan and Brett. Oh, how he, And then he was mad at her for, like, not assimilating to Black culture. What do you want her to do? She white. Anyways, we're moving on. Don't listen to Shiloh. She said she was going down an alley. He said she was going down an alley he wouldn't go down as a man. she's still a woman who has agency over her body. If she wants to go down there, she can go down there. And then realistically, I do understand the perception that if she got hurt and he was there, a lot of people would look at him and be like, as a man, you let her do that. I understand. A lot of people would definitely come with that stance. But the reality is, if you as a grown adult have established a boundary of do not touch me, and I'm watching you go down a place that's unsafe, I'm going to take the decision to go the other way and say, listen, she wanted to go there. She wanted to go there. I tried speaking with her. She didn't want to reason with me. So at that point, I decided it was best for me to remove myself out of danger. I know it sounds very selfish. It sounds very rude. How could a man leave her like that? But look at the alternative. Look at the alternative. You put your hands on her to try to protect her, and now she's, you know, creating a whole different narrative. I just feel like you let her go. Let her go down there. They would have dragged him up and down the timeline if something happened to that girl. They would have. They would have. But then me, if I was Phil, I'd be like, did I not tell you this is not where we should be? And did you not ask me not to touch you? I had no other plan of action after that. Yeah, it's very messy, but Shiloh was dragging it, saying intentionally tried to hurt her emotionally. He couldn't have known that was a trigger for her. Granted, he shouldn't have touched her. I agree. If we haven't talked about that kind of trauma, and then you're bringing it up to me as if I knew that trauma and I still like deliberately tried to trigger you, bro, come on, Shiloh. Come on. Still has the right to feel how she felt. But the way she's spinning it, I'm like, I don't know. This is... Yeah, but no explanation will suffice from Phil if that happened. I hear you. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's definitely a sticky situation. The intimacy coach, intimate too soon to create a solid connection. It failed. The chase was over. Her getting hurt wasn't worth him worrying about whether or not she would be mad later. She would be mad but safe. The problem is that it's hypothetical. I think, again, I think I said this earlier, if she was in imminent danger, then we'd be having a different conversation. But because it appears as if she was not in danger, talking about a hypothetical threat doesn't make the situation better. You know what I mean? There's no win in the situation for him. There really isn't. There's no winning for Phil. Like, he's damned if he did, damned if he didn't. It just wasn't gonna look good for Phil regardless. She can feel how she wants. But she wrong if she's trying to villainize him. And I don't know if she's trying to intentionally, but it's coming off that way. Again, we're making up stories. He should not have put his hands on her. Fact. Still agree. I still agree. He should not have put his hands on her. Still agree. It's giving Karen and Miles when Miles put have sex with my wife on the calendar. I know. Yeah, that was bad. I thought he was going to do something to me, but she wanted Miles to take initiative. Yeah, child out. I'm surprised they're still together. That season, I thought for sure they were going to end. Phil was trying to protect her, but here, intent wasn't enough to justify his actions. Yes. She needs to focus on dodging the hell out of her question. She needs to focus on him dodging the hell out of her question. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the answer was already given. The fact that she was still chasing an answer, babe, you already knew. You already knew. He ain't feeling you like that. I stopped being friends with girls like Shiloh. You go out on a night out and they do risky shit but get mad at you for intervening or checking. Okay. Oh gosh, this situation is so like murky. And the reason why it's murky because none of us were there. There were no cameras there. So we have to take her word for it. And even though he's co-signing that yes, he did violate her boundaries, I do feel like there's still more to the story. And the story very well could just incriminate him more. I'm not even saying once we get the whole story, he'll be exonerated. Might not even be the case. But it's really hard to be like, was she actively putting herself in danger? Like, if she's inebriated and she's asking for space, that's valid. I don't know, guys. I don't know. My brother's in here and he's being an ass. Anyways. He didn't want to go down the alley. You all are crazy. She wanted him to follow her. I don't know. Shiloh was trying to get chosen and it backfired badly because there shouldn't have been a bar meetup in the first place. I agree. Oh, am I starting a new live? What time is it? Yeah, we can end this. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. SB, I'm with you. I'm with you. There was no winning. There was no any hypothetical we can throw in the situation. We the people would have found some way to make it what it wasn't. That's just the reality. That's just the reality. With the Zadia situation, the cameras were there and we did see it. So that's, you know, the difference. But with them, we weren't there. We don't know. We don't know. Anyways, glad to have you, Ravine. Who's my brother? I don't even want to tell y'all because then he gon' start to buck up, act up in here. Anyways, yeah. Allie is safe dog because Jussie Smollett is MIA. You know what? That's my brother, by the way. We're done. This live is, he's not single. He's not single. And even if he was, I would not recommend him for you. I would not recommend him for nobody. Anyways, I can't even focus. I'm going to end this live, end this Ready to Love live. And we're going to go live for New Year's. So Happy New Year to anybody who's not tuning in for that. See y'all later. Yeah, be blessed. Happy weekend. All of that.